Hey guys, study after study shows that if you want strong bones and muscles, healthy hair, skin, teeth, and nails, you need the 5 types of collagen in your diet. I get mine from BioTrust. I've got a link in the description with a massive discount, and it'll tell you all about it.
This is one of those things that you don't think about because you kind of don't want to think about it, maybe, because it's so dark, it's so evil, it's so disgusting. This is another example of, if you think life is bad, hold on, because just remember it can be made a lot worse when you sprinkle a little bit of government into the equation. This is one of those examples. You think that kids are safe in foster care. You think that CPS, Child Protective Services, is out there protecting kids. And then you come to find out that after all these studies, that they actually became a pipeline. They became a conduit to facilitate and rapidly expand the human trafficking business. And that's what it is. It's a human trafficking business. I'm just going to touch on this, and what I'll do is I'll leave the links in the description and in the pinned comment so you can do some more research on it if you care to. But social services, according to some estimates and some studies and some data and statistics, you know, take them for whatever you know they're worth. 18,000 children go missing and nobody's looking for them every single year just in the United States alone. Many children are sold as sex slaves, and they were in the care of social services, and when they went missing, aren't these agencies supposed to be keeping kids safe? This is from an article from back in 2019, but listen to what they say. This year, an estimated 18,000 American children will disappear, but their families will not be looking for them. Neighbors will not canvass the streets. Our Facebook feeds will not show their pictures. And after 6 months, the records of their existence may close entirely. This is the fate awaiting children who vanish while in the care and custody of America's child protective system. What the frick is going on? 18,000 a year? And it's, guys, usually when I see figures like this that point to something super negative and dastardly and evil, I always think, I wonder if this is a faked number. I wonder if the number is exponentially higher than this. Some run to escape abuse. Some follow promises of love and security. Still others are kidnapped outright. No matter the reason for falling off the grid, many of these boys and girls will resurface on the black market as child sex slaves. And then I stop and ask this question. Okay, substantiate that statement. How do we know this? I don't doubt that this happens because there are evil people out there doing evil things just so they can make a quick buck, and they don't care whose life they ruin to do it. But substantiate this. According to the FBI, more than half of trafficked children, I'm going to go ahead and open this link. According to the FBI, and the FBI were part of the people who conspired against the Branch Davidian cult along with the ATF, which led to the deaths of 76 people, including 20 children. According to the FBI, more than half of trafficked children in America were in the care of social services when they disappeared. That's a damning statistic for a system whose sole purpose is to keep children safe. If it's true, I agree. Well, even Newsweek reported on this. We have set up a system to sex traffic American children, says this opinion piece right here from Newsweek. Senator Rob Portman of Ohio introduced legislation in 2017 to amend an antiquated 1996 law that was ostensibly enacted to protect freedom of expression on the internet, but as Senator Portman's bill describes, allowed website operators, most prominently Backpage, to facilitate the sale of sex with victims of sex trafficking. In many of these cases, the victims were children. The frequency of child sex abuse is a true epidemic, they say. Since at least 2000, the U.S. Department of Justice has reported that some 67% of all sexual assaults are committed against victims under 18 years old. U.S. Department of Health and Human Services reports confirm child sexual abuse cases number approximately 58,000 per year in recent years. Unreported child sex assault are estimated at 80% and supported by multiple studies. You know it's bad when fake stream sources like Newsweek start reporting on this. And then you start going, whoa, wait a second. Did this come out because they were forced to print it? And if they were forced to print it, how much worse is it actually than they're reporting right here at the present time? So they say, according to the FBI, more than half of the trafficked children in America were in the care of social services when they disappeared. I wouldn't doubt that, guys. I would not doubt that. Arizona can close 6 cases after 6 months. So I was just reading over this kind of stuff, and it just became so weighty and so depressing. Breitbart reported on it right here. Former child services caseworker charged with human trafficking. Candace Talley, 27, of Sicklerville, Camden County, has been charged with human trafficking and promoting prostitution. Talley, it's like, what adult looks at this situation and goes, wow, I am in a situation right here where I have access to a bunch of kids that I'm supposed to be helping to protect, but I have an opportunity to make a whole lot of money here by violating these kids. Who does that? What kind of sicko psychopath? What has to have gone wrong in your life to bring you to the point where you're going to actually look at children as cash cows in the sex slave industry? Talley was employed as a caseworker by the Delaware County Office of Children and Youth Services for the span of 4 months in 2017, and it makes you think about the application process and the hiring procedures and the background checks that they had to do. It's like, we're going to put you in touch with a whole bunch of children, and you're going to have a whole bunch of access that other people don't have access to. We need to make sure that you're a person of character and integrity. Where did they go to find out about this person's background right here? Did this person all of a sudden just go bad? How did they hide a history of evil like this? According to a statement given on Friday by a spokesperson for the office, she is accused of recruiting women as prostitutes, pimping them for 25% cut of their earnings. Further, Talley allegedly promised to falsify drug test results to ensure a child's placement with their mother. Delaware County Communications Director said that upon notification of Talley's actions, she was removed from all her cases, but quit before she could be officially terminated. Talley faces felony charges of human trafficking, promoting prostitution, participating in a corrupt organization. Well, that's what the Department of Health and Human Services is a corrupt organization, right? As well as a misdemeanor charges of coercion and official oppression. Quote, it's truly horrible and beyond imagination that someone who is responsible for ensuring the welfare of children would pressure a mother into acts of prostitution for her own personal enrichment and with the promise of a favorable custody recommendation, as this defendant is charged with doing. No telling. I wonder how deep this goes. I'm sure this is just the tip of the iceberg. So think about that next time you think about foster care and, oh, this is great. These kids are getting placed in these great homes. And I'm sure that there are some foster care parents that are good, okay? I'm not saying that across the board everybody's, a demented, psychopathic child predator pervert. I'm just saying you got to be careful. Anytime the government gets involved in this kind of stuff, they just made that executive order about cryptocurrencies. They want their hands in every single pie. They want to be out there eliminating competition. Using government force to eliminate competition, no less. It just makes you sick. Just makes you sick. Hey guys, we know with the way things have been going, it can get really interesting really quick. So make sure you and your family have a long-term storable food supply. Support the channel and get $50 off with my link in the description while you still can.